On March 14, 2025, a chill settled over the American broadcasting world. President Trump, in a move that shocked many, ordered the immediate shutdown of the Voice of America and other U.S.-funded networks under the U.S. Agency for Global Media. This was not a gradual defunding, not a slow fade to black. This was a brutal, swift execution. Contracts were terminated. Employees were locked out. The airwaves, once filled with the voices of VOA journalists, went silent, replaced by an eerie soundtrack of canned music. The mechanism of the shutdown was as abrupt as it was unexpected. Contracts for privately incorporated international broadcasters, including giants like Radio Free Europe, Radio Liberty, and Radio Free Asia, were torn up. Full-time VOA staff were shown the door, their keycards deactivated, their work email accounts frozen. Adding insult to injury, termination notices were reportedly signed by Kari Lake, Trump's senior advisor, a woman whose authority in this matter remains dubious at best. The impact was immediate and devastating. Over 1,300 VOA employees were abruptly sent on indefinite leave, their careers thrown into turmoil. Global news broadcasting, the lifeblood of VOA, ground to a halt. Senior editors, seasoned journalists with decades of experience, were ordered to down their pens, their expertise deemed irrelevant. Even contractors, the freelancers who form the backbone of any media organization, were asked to turn in their badges, their services no longer required. This was not just an attack on a government agency, it was a full frontal assault on the very idea of a free and independent press, a stark reminder that the Trumpian playbook views truth as a threat and dissent as an enemy. To understand the true gravity of the VOA shutdown, one must grasp the sheer scale of its reach. The USAGM networks, of which VOA was a flagship member, reached an estimated 420 million people every single week. Their broadcasts, spanning 63 languages and reaching over 100 countries, provided a lifeline of news and cultural programming to regions where press freedom was a luxury, not a right. VOA itself was a behemoth in the world of international broadcasting. With a weekly audience exceeding 280 million people, it dwarfed even the most ambitious state-run media outlets. Its reputation for unbiased, fact-based reporting, a beacon of journalistic integrity in a sea of propaganda, was unparalleled. For decades, it had served as a vital instrument of American soft power, a testament to the enduring appeal of democratic values. From the bustling streets of Cairo to the remote villages of the Himalayas, VOA's signal carried not just news, but hope. It offered a platform for dissident voices, a microphone for the marginalized, a megaphone for the truth. Its journalists, often working in dangerous and challenging environments, risked their lives to bring the world stories that would have otherwise remained untold. The shutdown of VOA was not just a bureaucratic reshuffling. It was the silencing of a vital source of information for millions, a blow to the very concept of a globally connected world. The Trump administration, never one to shy away from controversy, offered a characteristically blunt rationale for the VOA shutdown. They argued that these networks, relics of a bygone era, were redundant and outdated in the age of the internet. Their message was clear: in a world of Twitter diplomacy and Instagram influencers, who needs shortwave radio? Whispers from within the administration, however, suggest a more insidious motive. Elon Musk, the billionaire tech mogul and Trump's self-proclaimed budget-slashing advisor, reportedly played a key role in influencing the decision. Musk, who has made no secret of his disdain for traditional media, reportedly called USAGM's international broadcasters radical leftist lunatics who were wasting taxpayer dollars. These accusations, while unsurprising given Trump's penchant for labeling any media outlet that dared to criticize him as fake news, were as baseless as they were dangerous. They reflected a fundamental misunderstanding of the vital role that organizations like VOA play in countering propaganda and promoting democratic values. The shutdown of VOA was not about fiscal responsibility. It was about control. It was about silencing dissenting voices and consolidating power. It was, in short, a page straight out of the authoritarian playbook. In the wake of the VOA shutdown, a cloud of uncertainty hangs heavy over the future of the USAGM and its remaining platforms. Will the incoming administration reverse course, recognizing the folly of silencing America's voice on the world stage? Or will the airwaves remain dominated by the propaganda machines of authoritarian regimes, their narratives left unchallenged, their lies left unexposed? The international community, already reeling from years of Trump's erratic foreign policy, has reacted with a mixture of shock and dismay. Allies, accustomed to relying on VOA as a trusted source of news, expressed deep concern about the implications for global media freedom. The message was clear: America's retreat from the world stage had consequences, and the vacuum left by VOA's silence would be felt far and wide. The fight for the soul of American broadcasting is far from over. Journalists, lawmakers, and concerned citizens must stand united in defense of a free and independent press, both at home and abroad. The stakes are too high, the consequences too dire, to allow Trump's legacy of media manipulation to stand. The world is watching. The time to act is now.